Hello, welcome. Good afternoon. My name is Kate. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Today, I would like to do a reading, a mashup of Brian, Albert, and John. And the cat is here to say hello to everyone. Welcome. So I'd like to do a reading. I just sacred space and called in the quarters. And I would like to... I might have to pause you if he's still yelling at me. I'd like to do Brian, Albert, and John O'Keefe's energy and see what they can say to each other, or what their energy will tell us next to each other. Well, we've done Higgins, Matt, and Kevin Albert, and all three of them got fights. So there's 3 on 1 already. Did I do Colin and John? I don't know if I did Colin and John. I'll check it after this, but for right now, I'd like to do Brian Albert and John O'Keefe. And we just had a jumper. Well, are you kidding me? This is the jumper. This is the archetype of Brian Albert. To find out archetypes, if you've watched a few of these, this is probably getting old. But to find the archetypes, you find someone's birthday, find the corresponding Major Arcana card that goes with their birthday, and that's how you find the archetype. And this happens to be Brian Albert's. Oh boy. Whew. I'm already sweating. Okay. Well, that was a strong start. All right. So we're going to do Brian Albert. We'll do Brian on the left, John O'Keefe on the right. Here's Jen McCabe. This is like Sticky Fingers from Night of OK. She comes to everything. Literally everything. I wonder how she's doing. If you're looking at the chapters, just hit fast forward. I don't know what to say. Okay, thank you so much for using your Google. I've done that too. And I understand that it says that he received his bar license in 1982. What is his bar license number? That's what I want to know. It's not, and if you find it, please send it over. I appreciate the Google drop. That was awesome. That's not what I'm looking for. I can tell you right now, he doesn't have a bar license. But I could be wrong. If he has a bar license, I want the number, and it should be really easy. It should be as easy as finding that he got it in 82. Funny. And if you find it, I would love to see it. That's what I'm saying. He does not have a bar license. I know what Google says. That's fine. That's cute. But I can tell you right now, if you find a bar license, I'll give you like a free reading. I can tell you right now, he does. Perhaps. We have a whole little team, including myself, and we've never found it. So that's Idaho 4 DA. He doesn't have a bar license, and if someone finds it, you can have a free reading because I'd bet you a lot that he doesn't. So I don't know why I just started talking. Oh, because here's Sticky Fingers and Jen McCabe now. Here's Colin Albert. Poor John. Oh, I'd love to see. I've already said that Brian Albert has mommy issues. I know that. I mean, you don't get to be this lack of love. He's not normal, but I would say, oh, let me see how the top is faring. Oh, and I just did a reading and the top didn't work, so sorry. Yeah, he has mommy issues. We already knew that. And I think he was touched. I've also mentioned that. That's just my opinion based the cards told me. I don't like going into John's energy. It makes me really sad. Okay. And I think it just makes me sad because I think I need to send him to the light. He needs to like cleanse. That's probably why. I don't think he's gone yet. I think he's waiting for this. I'll meditate and chat with him and just see if there's anything I can help him with. Well, Brian Albert is 100% balls deep and he's here. And so is his little girlfriend. And his mommy issues are here. Okay, so where do we want to start with him? See, this isn't showing him fighting though. That's the thing. The people we have gotten that are showing him fight are them fighting John. Higgins, Matt, and Kevin, not Brian. That's weird. Sean is going through the motions. That's the name of his channel. I highly love him and recommend him. And Sean is convinced. So we have Sergio at Truth Revealed, convinced Higgins did it. We have Sean going through the motions, convinced Brian Albert did it. And I am telling you that the energies are not showing Brian on it. Higgins, yes. There's no fighting cards here for Brian, but what there is, let's start this. Well, there's a little, this is both of Colin Albert. Yep, he's here. There is a magician, little smoke and mirrors. It's not always what it seems. You pull stuff out of a hat, it's tricks. Yeah, and there's a contract, keep your mouth shut. I'm telling you, I wonder if he was like, there's no way he didn't fight. Like, I don't think he could have. This is the King of Swords, who is, I mean, same with the Queen. She can cut your head off or open a letter. And he's already holding it. He's looking straight at you. He's not looking towards the past or the future. He's in this moment. And he is holding his sword in, what side is this? In his dominant hand. That's the right hand. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't mirrored. And he's smart. And here's another Daddy Pentacles. What if? Yeah, he'd like to walk away from what no longer serves him. Really wants to run away. Here's giving or receiving money. He just works. He's like a minion in the Idaho case. Takes orders. Wait, who's his daddy? And here's generational wealth. There's no way. If Brian Albert was there, he would have fought. Right? And who does he take orders from? I thought he was the Mac Daddy. What if Chris is the, like, what is going on? I mean, Colin, of course Colin's here. Colin's been at every single one. And then for John, it's getting repetitive because he was invited to a party. He was weighing the weight of two decisions. In my personal humble opinion, I think in those waterfall videos, he's on edge. And my husband was a police officer. I did the whole cop wife thing. I was into it. Don't worry. And there's a difference, though. I feel like he was like on edge. I don't think he was relaxed at all. But he made the decision to go to the party. There's a little thief there who didn't fight fair. and made a code of silence because there's a dead little boy on the property. John's, he's like pondering. I think he needs to go to the light. I think he's been waiting. This happened with Princess Diana too. The grief was so heavy that it held her here. And one of the fun parts of being a human, everyone can do this, is when you see like ghosts or whatever, those are spirits that usually died suddenly, and they were thought they were going to work, so that's why it's on repeat. They just keep trying to go to work because they don't know. They just need to go to the light. I think he needs to go to the light. I don't know why the Ace of Wands is here. Probably because he threw the Holy Mary for justice. And Judge Auntie Bev, I hate calling her the judge. Auntie Bev is playing the hard game of fuck around and find out, and I don't think she's making good decisions. I don't know. I mean, what this is saying is like Brian Albert didn't actually fight. I don't know if I even believe it. But he was instrumental in orchestrating the puppeteering. He has some serious mommy issues. I know, I've told him this since the beginning. Right, and if you're watching, they have like self-help, or you can talk to a shrink or something. Because your girlfriend and your mom, I think someone said that Nicole walked out. Well, she's not here. So good for you, Nicole. I mean, this is saying that he's like orchestrating it. There's no fighting cards here. It's just another day in Canton, of course. You know what they should do, or we should do, is like have Sergio and Sean talk. Like have Sean watch Sergio's linguistics videos analyzing Higgins, and then have Sean talk to Sergio. Because I'd be interested to see, like, they both come from federal backgrounds, and they're both either intuitively or training, picking up two different things. But neither of them include Brian Albert, right? Oh, no. Neither one of them. Yeah. Sean's is Brian Albert, and Sergio is Higgins. And they're super low vibration. This is Ashley at the Reckoning. I literally talk about her every single day. I almost didn't use her cards last reading, and it felt like I was cheating on her. You know when you go get your haircut from the same lady for years? I still do that. If my lady moved, well, she's not a lady, she's a girl, but she moved like an hour or two away, I still go to her. I mean, this is low vibration, political. They were friends, but somebody got themselves in debt. I would call this karmic debt. Yeah. And there's treason, and someone's regretful. Power supply, and a couple. Con man. There was strategy. Hiding behind the name of the church, Church of Christ. Okay, this has already told us this is much bigger than Canton. That this organization, that's just what I call it, because in Idaho, I didn't know what to call it. And I think it is fitting for this too, because we are getting afternoon traffic in a lot of these readings. And if we go into the swinger thing, that might help us explain a few things. And maybe why, like, there's so much influence. Like, if you are wondering how a state-run corruption scheme it looks, look at this, the mayor, super mayor Tiffany something in Illinois. There's a kid named Hannibal something who did a deep, well, he does a lot of coverage on it, but he shows like how the Democratic National Convention, and they like all, the thing that Massachusetts has that Illinois doesn't is this new DA or AG, can't remember his name. He's like the savior. He just wears a white hat. He wants to do the right thing. Well, this is a little bit of a conundrum for us, but not for anyone else. The thing that's confusing is Brian is not fighting. He's not even, I mean, what is the name of that? In 2001, there was a military ball at, it's a really expensive restaurant. It's like a conference center in downtown Boston. You can see Fenway Park. It looks out over the watchtower. I can't remember the name of it, but allegedly. I mean, it's probably as far away as a Google search, but I can't, all of my stuff's being used. He kicked in somebody's teeth at that event in 2001, and they had to send him off to Vermont. I'm nervous of all this Vermont stuff. Then, this is all on Sean's channel. There was a guy, and I know everyone knows who I'm talking about. He's in the picture when Sean plays like the Margaret, some cheesy 80s song. Eddie, I think is his name. I think he like almost killed Eddie in a fight. There was a firefighter who they thought he was dead before he hit the ground, but he ends up living. So for Brian's pattern of behavior is not leading to standing by and orchestrating this. It does say he is the smartest person in the room. I mean, when you think like a criminal, I don't know how smart any of these people are. Obviously, look at Lally. And I think they're just used to not being held accountable. So I don't think like they're that smart. I just don't think that they've ever been held accountable for anything. And I mean, this is saying that Brian didn't fight. Well, if anyone's getting something new or different, let me know what you guys are getting. Because it's like, it doesn't feel right. There's something off with this. Or maybe it's just like, I watched a lot of research. I wouldn't call it research. I just watched a lot of stuff on it. But that's what I got for Brian. So Brian's done. We have Colin, Paul, and Chris for John left. I don't know if I'm going to do it today or tomorrow, but if anyone's getting anything on that, if you're an intuitive and you feel anything, let me know. And with that, I will love you and leave you. I don't really know what just happened. Well, I guess. I mean, I do know what it said. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I love you. I love you. I will see you guys tomorrow or next time. And have a good evening. See you guys later.